yogis, hello friends, and welcome to this gentle stretch for sore muscles. This is a very relaxing, slow-paced yoga flow for those times when you have a little bit more soreness in your body, or if you're tired, or you can actually use it as a great morning yoga stretch if you would like. I'm not using any props, but as always, if you have anything at home, have them nearby. Maybe you're gonna need them. If you're sore, a little bit more extra support is always a good idea. And if you're ready, why don't you join me? Okay, yogis, let's start today's class in a tabletop to warm up our spine and our entire body. So your hands are underneath your shoulders and your knees are underneath your hips. We're gonna move together with our breath. As you inhale, please drop your belly, expand through your chest, and look up. Cow pose. And as you exhale, round, contract, and send your hips back, coming into a child's pose. And again, inhale, go through your tabletop pose, dropping your belly, expanding your chest, looking up for a cow pose. And as you exhale, round, contract, and send your hips back and down to a child's pose. A couple of more times on your own. Follow your own breath rhythm. Maybe going a little bit faster this time. Maybe adding any movements that your body is craving for. Make this flow your own. Do any variation that you might like. Maybe even coming to cobra pose on your inhale, and on exhale back into your child's pose. Finding some extra space, some lightness, some openness. On your next exhale, come back to a neutral tabletop. And from here, let's do thread the needle. So we're gonna start with our right arm first. On your inhale, you are going to extend your right arm up in the air. Look up if that feels good for you. Stretch it all out. Stretch, stretch, stretch. And on your exhale, thread it through just for a second. On an inhale, arm goes up again, right arm up, up, maybe finding some extra space. And on an exhale, thread it through again. Last time, inhale, your right arm goes up, up. And on your exhale, thread it through again. This time, place your right ear onto the mat, your right shoulder onto the mat, and let's stay just for a second in this twist. Your left arm can do whatever you would like. So you can slide it up over your head, leave it as it is, do any variation. Lovely. So if your left arm was over your head, slide it back and push into your hand to come back into your neutral tabletop. Before we do the same pose on the other side, let's come into a puppy pose. So place your arms over your shoulders and just allow your heart, allow your chest to open by melting it towards the mat. And for this first version, let's start with our forehead on the ground and our elbows as well on the ground. With each exhale, melting your heart a little bit more closer to the ground. Very nice. Push into your hands to come back up. And let's do from our tabletop again, thread the needle on the other side. So we do 3 rounds before we settle in the pose. So on your inhale, your left arm extends up, up, up in the air. Stretch it all out, look up if you can. And on your exhale, thread it through. And again, on an inhale, left arm goes up. Exhale, thread it through. Last time on an inhale, extend it up, up, up. And on an exhale, thread it through, this time placing your left shoulder and your left ear onto the ground, maybe extending your right arm over your head. And really push into your arms in order to twist maybe a little deeper. Don't forget about your deep belly breaths. If your breath is constricted, means you're twisting too much, so maybe back off a little bit. Very well. If your right arm was extended, slide it back to your head. Push into your right arm to come back into your neutral tabletop. From this tabletop, let's revisit our puppy pose, but this time with slightly different variation. If this other variation is too much for you, you're welcome to do the first one that we did with your forehead on the ground. But let's maybe try the other one to expand through our chest a little bit more. So melt your chest down to the ground, and this time, instead of placing your forehead onto the ground, maybe try to place your chin onto the ground. What you can also do is make this an active stretch. So instead of having your elbows down on the ground, maybe push into your hands to lift your elbows. In this way, you're going to create additional space for your chest to melt towards the floor. Or if you would like to stretch a little bit more through your shoulders, place your elbows back down onto the ground and maybe bend them and make this prayer arms shape, bringing them behind your head. So do whatever variation you would like, whatever works for you and your body today and your soul. Maybe the body is open, but the mind and the soul, they're still not. So first listen to them. Very good job. So whichever pose you had, whichever variation you had, let's all meet back in our tabletop. And from this tabletop, let's come into our lizard pose on the right. So if you have yoga blocks, this might be a good time to use them for some extra support. So place your right leg on the outer edge of your right arm, and since this is a slow flow, I'm gonna keep my left knee down onto the mat. If you want, you can always tuck your toes and lift your left knee, but I want to allow my hips to melt down and relax through my legs. Maybe even sway a little bit side to side. Relax your shoulders. Keep your neck long. And on your next inhale, maybe, just maybe, place your right arm on your right knee and just slightly twist, looking backwards. If this is too intense, just please leave it out. Very nice. If you were twisting, come back to the middle and send your right leg back into a tabletop to do the same pose on the other side. So this time lizard on your left. Place your left leg on the outer edge of your left arm. Again, option to tuck your back toes and bring your right knee up, lift your right knee up. I'm just gonna keep it down on the ground and enjoy this yummy stretch from here. Gently swaying side to side, inviting my body and my hips to open a little bit more. And if you did it on the one side, maybe try to do it on the other side. Maybe it's gonna work, maybe won't. So place your left arm this time on your left knee and gently twist, looking back. Well done. Come back to the middle. And this time, instead of going back to our tabletop, let's just bring our right leg on the top of our mat, coming into a yogi squat. So if the heels are not touching the ground, that's cool. Don't worry about it. Maybe support them with the folded blanket. Try to keep your neck long, your spine long. And here again, I like to sway a little bit from side to side. Just finding those micro movements for some extra mobility and extra stretch, tension release. Or if you like to stay still, please stay still. It's just me. Very nice job. Now sit on your glutes and come back to the middle of your mat, taking a seat in any way that works for your body and for your sore muscles today. Maybe closing your eyes. Place your hands on your knees. And let's take one last breath together. Deep in through your nose and out through your mouth. Gently blink your eyes open if they were closed. Pray your hands. Namaste, my dear friends. Thank you, yogis, so much for sharing your practice with me today. I hope you feel relaxed and refreshed, and I hope I'm going to see you again soon. Please leave me a comment and like this video if it worked wonders for you. And until our next time, take care, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay happy. Bye!